stop. Like the factories couldn't handle demand from Indonesia because they didn't know how big the demand could be. It's not like any other country. Like we saw in Vietnam, it's not no demand. Philippines, there's no demand. Malaysia, it's a little bit, not that much. Indonesia's wide. So they didn't predict that. So they're just cranking out. They're opening up more factories and all of that. I was telling Andy, like, that's their mindset. Now, we don't want to invest too much into the design of the walls because they're going to tell us we're going to have to renovate all of them. Then, contract's 3 years, no one's going to save cash ready for that $40,000 renovation. We need to prepare that, and then as soon as they say, hey, you've got to renovate, we say yes. We build our reputation from that, right? So now we're passing all of our audit tests every month. We're like the number one in Indonesia on our audit results. We're the number one shops. The Chinese guy only comes to our shops to look at how good they are. So we're the only ones that pass this shit. So many people are failing right now in Bali and across Indonesia. There's like 3 stores every week failing, which we can take over now.
So once they fail...
That's only based on the audit.
Yeah, so they fail that audit, and then is it like 1 or 2 audits they fail, and then they're
They're out.
They're out.
And there's a really tough audit to renew your contract. Yeah. No one's passing that audit.
Yeah.
That last final audit.
Yeah.
Then, once they do pass that, they need to renovate. No one has the cash to renovate.
Because they went too hard.
They went too hard at the beginning. They spent all their cash on lifestyle and shit. So it's like, it feels like 25% of the boys can't pass the audit. If they do, half of those boys don't have the cash. Alright.
So they've just been like rinsing their businesses. Yeah.
Then the boys that have the cash, I told Andy this. Like, you gotta be prepared. So if we're head office, this is what I would do. So I told him, if I'm head office, yeah, go fast, break things, take over market share, that's what we need. They need big revenue, so increase the economies of scale. They're going to use that money, right, to take over the market. And then eventually, I bet they're going to open up factories in Indonesia. Give it 1 or 2 years, they'll start opening up factories here, which will cut the cogs down even more. So the cogs will lower. That's my next prediction. But I told Andy, the people who are passing the audit have the cash as well. 50% of those boys, they're double dipping into multiple brands. They're dipping into the Momoyo, they're dipping into the Bing Sui, they're dipping into the Tian Lala, all of these brands. I bet you head office is going to do background checks, check all of their company structures, and then they're going to see if you're invested into something else as well, they're going to cancel the contracts. It's conflict of interest. They actually need to have a non-compete in there. And then we just got the news yesterday that they're starting to do the background checks right now.
Let's fucking go.
So it feels like, I'm like, bro, 75% of boys can't get past this shit. The final of reads is going to be insane.
So we're just going to have the best pick of the bunch.
The best picks.
Yeah.
And there's a world where not all of them open back up. So what is the percentage of them that actually just stay closed? And then for the stores that we do pick up, they're in the best locations. Our average sales increases by 20, 30, 40%.
Okay.
So in the next couple of years, we can potentially acquire so many stores under book value.
Yeah, but then like not just increase it by the sales they're currently doing.
Yeah.
You could 3x sales.
But did you guys see my article in the LinkedIn? On group chat? So like, the competitors, they've done alright. Like, they opened up 500 stores. It's no joke. Bing Sui got 500, Memorio's got 500. But then they cut out, because they had the same price as us to the customer. Like if we said something for 8,000 rupiah, they had the same product for 8,000. But they cut the fat content out, which you need more fat to make it more creamy. It's ice cream. They're cutting the cream out of the ice cream, which means it's just water. It's just ice. It doesn't taste as good.
That's how they compete in COGS?
That's how they compete on COGS. That's how they can. Yeah, they got the same margins.
Yeah.
But the taste isn't the same. So their average sales, I'd say, is like with Mixer it's like 600 a day, which costs Indonesia. Theirs is like 200, 300. But they're next to all of our shops.
It's so bullish to go next to them.
Yeah.
You try one at one, gamble.
It's coming over. But then now, they showed their cards. They raised their prices by 12.5%.
Really?
Yeah. If you raise the price from 8,000 to 9,000 rupiah, it only looks like 1k. Well, it is 1k.
Yeah.
It's 12.5%, man. That's huge for the margin.
It's more than inflation.
That's it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, lads, you're done. You can't raise your prices in this market. The market is first price sensitive, taste second. So we already win on taste. Now we win on price too. It's game over. You're done.
Like what is their actual moat?
And he says during bear market as well.
This is bear market.
We haven't raised our prices. Competitors.
And then Mitsu can open up all of their factories here. It's going to increase the margin again. We're shipping it from China.
So we compete on price, we compete on brand, we compete on quality.
Taste, yeah. And then we're going to all upgrade to the 2.5 designs.
And the third space.
So now we're going to look like a premium brand at the cheaper price.
Yeah.
It's like we were going, like, you know when we went to Tialala, the yellow one in Jakarta and
Yeah.
I was a little bit fucking nervous. I don't want to say anything because I hold that one back. I'm like, dude, if these Chinese come to this market doing all these big investments, all right, this is a war. This is a proper war. Like, we went and checked out every single one. They're worse than the 1.0 Mixu designs.
Wow.
That's only head office, man. It's head office's flagship. So they just looked at Mixu's flagship was next to it. Like, oh, we're gonna make it look better than that, and then just selling franchises in that building. And then they're tapping into an investor demographic which can't afford much. I checked their setup costs. They're like, oh, you receive $30,000 to set up the whole business. Mixu, the renovation goes up to $40,000. That's not including your machines and all of that.
Bro, you start looking at order again, and they just have the exact same fucking signboard that you're currently talking about. Because the people who can invest $30,000, let's be honest, they're probably not as educated enough to understand, leasing contracts and renovation, saving for renovation and blah blah blah. Like, they're done. They're done. Before it even started, you're done.
Yeah. So right now in this moment, I can't even see one risk. I can't see any risk for the first time.
Do you feel like Mixu's the only player?
It's the only player now. Like, we just need to wait 3 years more until they all burn their account. These other brands. We can't be profitable at 3 million sales per day. 3 million rupiah, $200. And the crazy thing is, which people forget, is like, if there is a store next to us, they are technically stealing our sales. Because if we get 700 a day, and they got 300, they're potentially stealing like $100, $200, or $300 from us. But every $100 adds 10% to the ROI. 10%. $300 means 34%. It can double the ROI of the whole company.
Yeah.
So it's a game of like who can last the longest, and Mixu's just gonna keep going.
So we need to wait till they burn out their capital, and then all those sales will flood back. Because when we first opened up, our sales were higher than they were today. Like, we've seen our sales, we grew them from 400 a day, 300 even, with our first store. We grew it up to 1,000. Then the competitors started coming out. Our shit started to drop to 700.
It's just a choice.
Right now, the competitors' ROI seem high. Great. Because their prices are high.
Oh, if they boost it, on paper it looks like, all right, now we've increased our margin by 12.5%.
Yeah.
But it will do the opposite.
Yeah.
It will reduce your margin.
Yeah.
There's two types of
Reduce your
margins.
sales.
Yeah, reduce your sales.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
The lower your sales, the smaller your margin is. The bigger your sales,